Can you
Hey,
hear everything?
how
Hey,
are ya?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good. Good to see you, man.
Yeah, good to see you too. 2 hours earlier than me right now, 8 a.m., man.
That's right. Best time of day.
No thanks. So, yeah, you know what's going on. I bugged you on Facebook, and not everyone may be familiar with who you are, like I am, because I'm in the, I'm an independent filmmaker, and I've recognized the influence that the Toys That Made Us has had on toy collecting and stuff. So, my first question is just kind of a generic one. Like, I'd like you to introduce yourself and tell me a little bit about what you do.
My name is Brian Volk-weiss. I am a director and a producer. I do a lot of different kinds of producing and directing, everything from stand-up comedy to scripted drama to scripted comedy, and a lot of documentaries.
So, The Toys That Made Us is one of my favorite docuseries. I've been pretty vocal about that.
Thank you.
It's inspired me. This project, mini documentary that I did on my own, it kind of just opened my mind to all the possibility. It was like, well, I could really implement this stuff that I'm interested in into the things that I work on. And then it doesn't seem like work.
Right.
What I'm wondering, though, is I think you said somewhere online that it started about 8 years ago when you were developing it. I'm curious what the inspiration for that idea was.
For Toys That Made Us?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I could tell you immediately. I was at a Borders Books, and for some reason, I don't remember why anymore, but for some reason, I was looking for something about Transformers and the history of Transformers, and I couldn't find anything in the store about Transformers whatsoever. And then I noticed there was a shelf, like, almost full of books about the War of 1812, and I was like, why would there be a dozen books about the War of, and no offense to the War of 1812, great war, wonderful war, I'm sure, but why, like, Transformers, over 1 billion people had played with them, like, people that don't know anything about Transformers could recognize Optimus Prime on sight. Like, why is there nothing about the history of toys when toys are obviously such an important part of our culture? And that was the inspiration.
We truly hope that The Toys That Made Us continues for a very long time, as well as any creative spin-offs that you're planning. Do you have any other toy-related projects?
All I can say is yes.
Okay, that's good. So now, moving on to the magazine itself, did you have a chance to look through the magazine?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't study it, but I definitely looked through it.
Do you see a magazine like this being a viable endeavor in 2020 with everything going digital?
Yeah, I mean, listen, people love their niches, and I think what you did brilliantly is you're not trying to do everything to everybody. You picked a very specific target, and you went after that target, and I think that was very smart this day and age.
One of the things that people were asking us, well, why are you doing just Transformers? Why not do everything? Toy Fair covered all that stuff. So do you think that it's smart of us to focus on one genre like that, or should we have been broader, in your opinion?
I think what you're doing is smart. You're focusing not just on, if I understand correctly, not just Transformers, but any kind of robot that transforms, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think that's very smart. I would stick to that. I mean, again, I think you could get into robots. I mean, they don't all have to transform. But no, and then if it does well, then you get into military. Then you get into, dolls. Get one thing working.
That's definitely the plan if the Kickstarter is successful. It's very slow moving right now, but we're really hoping that, we can pick up some steam. What do you think a modern printed magazine needs to bring to the table to compete with the digital stuff? Do you think it's just a price point?
I think it's that, but I also think it's exclusivity. I think you need to have a real discipline in getting content, images, words, whatever, that nobody else has, and then not putting them up online, at least for a little while.
Okay, and that's kind of, our plan is to not, we do want to do digital versions, but we want to wait like 2 months. or some type of window like that where people can enjoy it and have that exclusive content. Because we took pictures of things, man, you can't even find online that Eric has, prototypes, like you name it.
Great.
Weird merchandise. So that's what we're really excited about that. But I guess the only other thing I have down is any advice for us as creators, since you've had, successful projects and things that we all love. For two guys living in South Dakota trying to do this, what's your advice?
Just never, ever. This is cheesy. It's so cheesy, but it's so true. Just never, ever, ever, ever give up. As long as you don't stop, you'll never fail. That's the thing people don't realize.
We know that, it's something that we love, and we're not going to give up on it. If Kickstarter isn't the way, then we'll find another way, and we'll just continue to go.